thanks for watching. This is Hito from HITOSTAR.com. I'm a singer, dancer, astrologer based in New York City, originally from Japan. Today I'm going to be speaking about Leo total lunar eclipse and blood full moon on January 20th and 21st, 2019. This month, January in 2019, is a very important month. We have two big eclipses happening this month. The first one was on January 5th and 6th. It was a solar eclipse in Capricorn. And now on the 20th and 21st, we have another one which is much bigger because it is a total lunar eclipse. And this total lunar eclipse is the last one in sign of Leo. Since February 2017, we have been having many eclipses in Leo and Aquarius, so these two signs were highlighted. And this is the last one for the large Leo-Aquarius eclipse season. Eclipses tend to bring us big endings and beginnings. So this month, having two big eclipses in the same month, we are having a huge change in our lives. So some things might be ending, some things might be starting in a large view, and it could be very sudden, it could be shocking, or it could be transformational. So if you are experiencing any of these, some endings and sudden changes and beginnings and surprises, you're not the only one. We are all here to receive this energy, and the universe is really telling us what is important in our lives. So since February 2017, the sign of Leo is very much highlighted because of all these eclipses in Leo and Aquarius. The sign of Leo is all about being creative and having fun and expressing yourself. What are the things that have changed since then? You can think of some changes in your life, and now at this full moon, total lunar eclipse, we are coming to some kind of conclusion and fruition. At this eclipse, we have the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto, all in sign of Capricorn, and we have Mars and Uranus in sign of Aries. And these two signs, Capricorn and Aries, are called cardinal signs. And when we have many planets in cardinal sign at the time of the eclipse, this cardinal energy is heightened as well. Cardinal signs tend to bring beginnings, initiations, and actions. It's about entrepreneurs and moving things forward, and that can happen with a speed. So this month could be a dramatic change for a lot of us because of all these cardinal signs are emphasizing this initiation and taking action kind of energy. Especially at this full moon, we have the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Pluto, and the nodal axis all square 90 degrees to the planet Uranus. So the square 90 degrees is a very intense position, and having this intense position to this surprising planet Uranus, we have lots of surprising energy and the unexpected events can happen. So the sudden events could be some good surprises, things that can take you to a different level in your life. It could be some promotions, or it could be some good news, or it could work out in a shocking way that you have to realize something in your life, or you have to have some kind of sudden move. It's a dynamic, eruptive, sudden energy. But ultimately, this planet Uranus loves to give us piercing truth. So the Uranus is about giving us a shock, electric shock, and that shock can make us realize, make us awake something that we really need to realize at this point. Another event that's happening at this full moon eclipse is we have Mars and Saturn squaring, and it goes exact on the same day of the eclipse. So again, squaring is a 90-degree, very intense position, and this time with the planet Saturn in Capricorn and Mars in Aries, these two strong planets are coming to the intense position. So these two planets are often explained as putting a gas in your car and putting a brake on at the same time. So you might have this energy that you feel so much urge for something, but there might be some reality check or some energy that's stopping you, grounding you somehow. So that might come out in a reality check or some kind of controlled feelings or actions. But at the same time, these two planets are great for success, and if you are able to use this energy, this can be a very productive time. So Mars wants to go, go, go. It's about putting gas in your car. So, and the Saturn is about brake, stopping the energy. So at this time, it is great to put energy into something, but also to look at something that's realistic, Saturn, and a grounding, and being patient is the key. And we have another important event at this eclipse full moon. We have Venus and Jupiter conjunct in sign of Sagittarius. So this conjunction is a beautiful one. It's a beautiful, wonderful energy that can give us a lot of hope, that can give us sudden luck and abundance. So it's about luck and beneficial energy. So if you experience something that's lucky and regarding to abundance, that's amazing for you. And we are here to receive this energy at this full moon. Thanks so much for watching. This is Hito from HITOSTAR.com. I am having a New Year sale. Since it's a new year, new start, if you have never taken my session, your session will be, instead of $275, it will be $95. Please purchase your session by the end of this month, January 31st. These sessions usually sell out very fast, so if you like your session, please go to my website, HITOSTAR.com, and you can select your date and purchase from there. So I'm reflecting the year 2018 and now trying to set my intentions and goals for 2019, as many of us do around this time. And for me, being honest and being able to speak up my truth and being myself is very important, and that's something I could not do in my past. I was afraid if I say my truth, if I say something I did bad in my past, then people would think I'm not a good person. So I always felt like sharing and speaking up my truth can hurt me. But then lately, I've been having so many lessons. There are so many benefits and love and things that you can receive back by saying your truth and speaking up. So I started to do that a lot in the last 2018, and that was a transformational time for me. For example, I could not admit my beauty, I could not admit my sexuality in a way. Not the sexuality, but let's say being sexy or showing my sexy side. That was even a hard thing for me to do, because then I always felt like I would be attacked by other women, or I would be be embarrassed for some reason. But then it might be a cultural thing, since I'm from Japan, which is a very different culture than where I am now in the US. But regardless, it's very important to be yourself, really, to be your truth and be able to speak your truth and share that with others. So I've been doing that intentionally in the last 1 year, and it's been such a great time. And this year I would love to keep continuing that, and now I am teaching that to others. I am becoming a leader for that, which is a great thing for me to do. And I believe that's how we actually change the world, little by little, but in a bigger view, it will be changed at some point. So I would love to keep doing that. And my goal as a musician, as a singer, is to produce my songs that I've written so far. So I would love to produce some tracks, and I'm working on them. And I would love to act in films, act in stages as well. And I would love to do lots of singing and dancing professionally on world top level. And astrology, of course, I will be doing this still, and I also want to have that world top level as well, and also be able to reach to everyone, everyone's hearts, basically, to be able to move someone else's emotions or life sometimes, because that's how I truly live my life. I'm here to inspire people, and I'm here to really move someone. And if I can do that by anything I do, that's really my truth. And I'm so happy you're watching this video. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope I can be the change somehow for many of you. And I'm putting a good intention for myself and for you as well. I wanted to share a little bit of my story in the past. So I used to have this time, a period of time when I was back in Japan in my university. I was studying singing back then. It was a music university, so I was majoring in classical music, Western classical voice. And I was also taking many dance lessons besides the university, and I was very busy, and I loved what I do. But then I realized at some point I was having an eating disorder, and I would go to McDonald's and order so many foods and get back home and try to eat them, but then of course I don't feel well, so I would have to go to the bathroom, and I was doing this repeatedly, and I was trying to satisfy myself somehow by doing that. And at that point my life was very unbalanced, especially my body and mind was very much disconnected, and I was almost like lying to myself each moment. And so one part of myself wants to satisfy with food and just the taste, just the excitement of that moment. But then my body was not accepting that, of course, because of eating bad foods, large amounts does not work for my small body. And so then at some point I realized this is not working. This is really not working. It's not just about the eating, but my life is not working. So then I met this one little book. I don't even remember what book it was now, but that book was teaching me how to love myself, how self-love is important, and at that time there were period of time I was eating just chocolate, which is really unhealthy to do, and I really not recommend that to you. But so I was doing that, believing that's the only way I could live at that point. And so the book was teaching me it is okay if you just eat chocolate and you know, realize this is not working, because that's what I was experiencing exactly. But what you need to take care of is yourself and your heart, and connected to your heart. Be connected to your heart. So then that's when I cried so much the whole night in my room, and I realized how my life was so unbalanced. I was just so busy, and I had all these ambitions and everything, but that was not matching with my body. So that's when I really took the lesson for self-love, and that lesson still lives in me. And of course I get busy a lot of times, and I forget to rest a lot of times. But now this year, and self-love is a big key for me, because as a performer, as an astrologer, if I'm not able to be a good performer, be physically well, I cannot do whatever I love to do. So that's really my experience this year, and I'm really willing to change this. And I know 100% sure I can flip this around and be much stronger about this. Please do connect with me from my website. I have 2 different websites. One is for astrology, HITOSTAR.com, and another one as an artist, singer, dancer, model, that's HITOMI NOZAWA.com. And you can also go to my Instagram accounts from there. I have 2 different Instagram accounts as well. As a singer, I will be singing at Lincoln Center in New York City this coming March 1st. And I have the information on my website as well. And I am working on my recordings, my own songs, the songs I've written, the melodies and the lyrics. So I will definitely keep you posted about that as well. And please do like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I love to hear from you, and I would love to hear what your experiences are with these stars. Thanks so much for watching again. This is Hito from HITOSTAR.com. I am wishing you a beautiful, fantastic Leo total lunar eclipse and full moon. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, there we go. All right.
Just 1, 2, 3.
Meu coração, não sei porquê, bate feliz quando te ver, e os meus olhos ficam sorrindo, e pelas ruas vai te seguindo, mas mesmo assim foges de mim. Meu coração mesmo assim foste de mim. Ah, se tu soubesses como eu sou tão carinhoso e muito, muito que te quero. E como é sincero meu amor, eu sei que tu não fugirias mais de mim. Bem, 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 bem sentir o calor dos lábios meus ao procurar dos teus. Bem matar essa paixão que me devora o coração. Eu sou assim, então serei feliz, bem feliz. Yeah.
Let's say it back.